Hello friends, hello neighbors, this is your mailman and welcome back for another episode of the NFL football career of Malik Thomas, our AI generated player. And today we are entering Malik Thomas's first offseason as an NFL player. We are going to go through the entire offseason as well as answer some key questions about Malik's future. But first, let's take a look at some of the results of the first season. If you haven't already, go back to last episode, take a look and see how our season finished. We lost a heartbreaker in the AFC Championship game against those Patriots. But the good news is the Washington football team would go on to defeat the Patriots in the Super Bowl 29-22. In other news, Patrick Willis is the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. And as we know, Malik Thomas is your Offensive Rookie of the Year. And you know what these two have in common? They were teammates at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is producing some pretty solid football talent, especially in this draft class. Marcus Washington right here is the NFL Defensive Player of the Year. He's a 96 overall for the Washington football team. Frank Gore of the San Francisco 49ers has been named the NFL MVP, and he deserved it. Absolutely. 2,163 rushing yards. He did put the ball on the ground 6 times, but in the passing game, he had 772 yards receiving. Well earned indeed. He is one of the league's best running backs. So let's take a look at the Colts statistics. We were just behind Joseph Adai, who had over 600 yards, but Malik contributed as well in the passing game. He had 426 receiving yards. He had over 1,000 yards, all-purpose yards, passing, rushing, and he was also leading the league in kickoff return statistics. He had the most kickoff return touchdowns. He had the most kickoff return yards. He is a all-star no matter where he is on the field. He's already proved that after his rookie year. Here are some of the NFL statistics. Frank Gore, the NFL MVP, is the leading rusher. Clinton Portis, however, had 17 touchdowns. He led the league. Darrell Jackson is your receiving touchdown leader. Here are some of the defensive stats. Julius Peppers had 16 total sacks. Deltha O'Neal of the Bengals had 8 interceptions. Adam Vinatieri of the Colts, and I didn't realize this, was perfect. 100% kicking rate, or kicking percentage. He went 44 for 44 in the regular season. And here's a quick look at the AFC roster for the Pro Bowl. I have decided that we are going to play the Pro Bowl, but we're just going to keep it to Malik's stats. In the Pro Bowl, Malik mostly handled kickoff returns. He did get in on the action on some third down plays later in the game. But here is a quick look again at the NFL standings, division by division. The Bengals win the AFC North. The Colts win the AFC South. Patriots had home field advantage in the playoffs. The Chargers, who we defeated in the divisional round, went 13-3. Bears win the North. Falcons win the South. Washington wins the East. And the 49ers at 13-3 win the NFC West. Without further ado, let's watch some football one last time in Malik's rookie season. It's the NFL Pro Bowl, AFC versus NFC. Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, Malik is going to get his first kickoff return opportunity, and he takes it at the goal line, gets past the 15 to the 20, tries to spin off a defender, but is tackled at the 25. In the second quarter, here's a punt return opportunity. Malik gets the football, makes a nice spin move, and gets to about the 40-yard line there. Another punt opportunity with under 6 minutes to go. Malik takes it to the left side. Nice, nasty spin move. He gets to about the 30. Then with 3:18 in the second quarter, Malik gets the ball at the 5-yard line, takes it up to the 20, tries to make something happen, puts his shoulder down, and gets to about the 30-yard line. Just over 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, another punt return opportunity. Malik is going to field it, and he is going to make one of his few special team errors this season. He fumbles the football. The NFC scoops it and scores. That is not a good look for the AFC's kick return specialist. Following that touchdown, Malik gets it to about the 20, gets to about the 30, breaks a tackle, kind of redeems himself. 12 seconds in the third quarter, Malik on third down, he goes out, he's the primary receiver, and he brings in a catch, but he's going to be tackled short of the first down marker. That would end what turned out to be a very exciting Pro Bowl. The AFC defeats the NFC by a final score of 52-48. And as you can see, Malik's got a new crib. He moves into a loft. He gets out of that cramped apartment. Definitely an upgrade for him. We also decided to change agents. We fired our last agent. We have upgraded to Jesse Spinks. He's got good influence and positive ego. That's the kind of player that Malik is. We want his agent to match that. Also, hiring Spinks means that we have access to the Performance Institute. More on that later. Before we jump into season 2, we needed to go to ChatGPT and get into the head of Malik Thomas. I asked ChatGPT, heading into the offseason, what is Malik's plan? Force a trade, embrace the backup / 50-50 role, or be patient and make the most of the season, then likely walk in free agency. Chat said Malik's plan is to be patient, make the most of the season, and then walk in free agency. He's not going to force a trade or cause distractions, but he's also not settling. He knows he's a franchise back, and if the Colts won't give him that role, someone else will. 2008 is about putting up numbers, staying healthy, and building leverage. When the season ends, so does his time in Indianapolis. What a statement. That's going to answer all of the questions we had in the end of last episode. It looks like Malik just will not accept being a backup or sharing the time. He's confident in his abilities. He wants to be the feature running back, and I don't blame him. He should be. He's a 99 overall and only 22 years old. These are his prime years. So we also asked Chat, how will Malik react if he's still listed as RB2 on the depth chart? And Chat responds, if Malik is still the backup, he's going to take it personally, but he won't show it publicly. He'll treat it as one more slight to fuel the fire. He won Rookie of the Year, outperformed a die in nearly every category, that's actually true, and still got passed over. That's all he needs to know. He'll use it as motivation every single week, and I agree with that. There's a difference between asking for too much and asking for what you deserve, and Malik deserves to be the feature back. Superstar mode only gave Malik a 2-year contract. Even for a second-round draft pick, that seems a little short. So it gives him the flexibility that if he was unsatisfied with his situation, which he is, he can handle it for 2 years, and then he'll start fresh with a team that wants to build an offense around him, and Malik will only be 23 years old. That's not bad. And with that, let's jump into the preparation for season 2. So we simmed through the NFL draft, and it looks like the Colts drafted Nebraska outside linebacker Elvis Williams in the first round. Based on the ratings, I'd say this is a pretty solid pick, and going into his rookie year, he's got an 84 overall. That's pretty solid, and it's a solid addition to the defense that really did need an outside linebacker, so I'm pretty happy with that. Here are the running backs on the roster heading into season 2. Joseph Adai, of course, is still under contract for another 3 years. And I also wanted to show where Malik lines up against the other running backs in the NFL, and it's really no competition. Malik is the best running back in the NFL. Others might not realize it, but he certainly does. This is another pretty neat feature in Superstar mode. It's the Hall of Fame board. It shows the top 5 eligible players at each position who are more than likely going to make it to the Hall of Fame. And good news is there's a couple of Colts on this list. Of course, Peyton Manning, but Tariq Glenn, the offensive lineman. One day, we're definitely going to find Malik on this list. You guys just wait and see. Training camp time is here, and we got an offer for a movie role, and the movie is called 4th and Goal, a sports movie about a down on their luck football team. As with all major decisions, we went to ChatGPT for some guidance, and essentially we had some pros and cons of either decision, but ChatGPT at the end of the day decided to go against accepting a movie role. Too much distraction. Malik's sole focus this season is going to be on getting ready for football. He's got a big season ahead of him. He needs to prove himself so that he can make a splash in free agency next season. I certainly agree with that. No time for movies, all about football. I like it. Unlike last season, we did skip through the preseason. I just didn't think there was much of a need to play the preseason games. Malik is more than ready to perform in this offense, and I think we're just ready to get into the regular season. Here is a look at our 2008 regular season schedule. Some key notable games. In week 8, we're going to have a rematch of that AFC Championship game, this time at home against the Patriots in that 4:15 time slot. I'm already really excited for this schedule. I can't wait to get into it. I also decided to give Malik another tattoo. He's going with the EA armband. And heading into week 1, I wanted to give the Performance Institute a try. It's just like the training camp workouts in franchise mode. We take Malik Thomas and we run him through a running back drill. He will either earn bronze, silver, or gold. Obviously, getting gold will allow him the most points to add to his stats, but it only applies for the upcoming game, meaning that we have to do it each week to get those stats boosted. Not that Malik really needs it. I will still run through each drill at the Performance Institute and give him a little bonus. And I plan to do that for the rest of his career because I am all about giving Malik every opportunity to excel. That's my job, and it's a job I take pride in. So now that the preseason is over, Coach Dungy has made his decision on the running back position. And to no one's surprise, the plan is to use both running backs 50-50. Joseph Addai is still being listed as RB1, which I personally find utterly disrespectful. Even when Joseph Addai was in the game, he was still not producing at the level Malik was. I mean, for crying out loud, Malik had almost 500 yards of receiving yards in addition to nearly 600 yards rushing. But no excuses for Malik going into this season. We've got some goals for him. Here they are, thanks to ChatGPT. Number 1, rush for 1,000 yards. Number 2, have 500 receiving yards. Number 3, score 10 total offensive touchdowns. And number 4, score 2 kick return touchdowns. Last season, we scored 3, so that one shouldn't be too big of a challenge, but we are going to take these goals seriously, and we are going to visit them every few weeks or so. I also wanted to get Malik's reaction to being told he is going to continue splitting reps with Joseph Addai, and ChatGPT says, oh yeah, Malik's got thoughts about the decision. He hears 50-50 split, and what he actually hears is still not your team. Ouch. In fact, Malik is quoted as saying, 50-50, after all that, after Rookie of the Year, Pro Bowl, league-leading return stats, and better numbers than Addai on half the touches. That's what I get. I don't grind all offseason to share. I came here to lead. They don't want to make a choice? Fine. I'll make it for them on the field. Somewhere that actually sees what I bring to the table. It looks like Malik is planning to leave Indianapolis after this season. You might think that's a bit premature, but based on everything we've talked about, I think that's fair. Once again, he believes he's a feature back. I believe it. And given that he's only received a 2-year contract, which kind of says something in of itself, I am more than fine with him heading into free agency and testing his market. So all of this sets the stage for a pretty exciting season number 2. We're going to kick into the regular season next episode. Stay tuned, you'll want to see how the season goes. If you missed season 1 before you watch the next episode, go back to the channel and watch his rookie year. And if you're feeling even more excited, check out what he did in college. So that's gonna do it for today. As always, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't already, consider subscribing. You're watching, you might as well stay for a while. And until I see you in season 2, my friends and neighbors, this is your mailman wishing you a great rest of your day.